Don't worry too much about putting your head to the ground for now. Just get used to this. And then as you get more used to it, I do quite a few of these, I won't be in a hurry, I'm kind of rushing through the time, but as you feel you're getting it, you just start to get here. It's the front of your head, you never do this, you're here. And then you just start to catch your weight. And then, you know, once you're catching that, the real skill is this bit. It's just letting your body do this. And it's and I mean like getting your head to the ground. Just letting your body just touch your head to the ground. That's what you've got to get good at doing, is letting go. So you're letting the weight drop. So your elbows, I line my elbows, when I'm doing this, look, I line my elbows and knees basically are almost touching. So my elbows are just, my knees are just above my elbow, because I'm going to stack them. Just get used to that. Elbows, you're going to literally glue these together. So you don't really want to be like this. You definitely don't want to be like this. You can be like that, but I find like just to begin with, just doing this, just getting used to it. So my knees are literally stacking right on top of my elbows. You can do this, but what starts to happen is you can't really get, it's much harder to get up because it's kind of like abductors, whereas if you stack them as frames on top of each other, you can let go more. So I can just come.
I find it much harder to get up when I'm trying to get on the forehead. So.
Yeah, it's just practice.
I found if you focus on getting your hips up, not thinking about your legs going up.
Yeah.
You get your hips into the right place and the legs will just follow.
Yeah, 100%. Because you're stacking everything on top of each other. You're trying to create a stack. This is one of the things about language, right? It's super important you think about what the word like stack means. What does it really mean? What people tend to think it means is someone calls it a bit of a steeple and just kind of stacks their weight. But if you really think about what a lot of the time these words mean, like you really get into it, actually helps you think about what it is you need to do. So you know that thing we've talked about of being going from knees to hips to shoulders to the chin to even the ears going behind is actually just really a form of stacking. You're stacking because you're creating a frame. And we want it all to just sort of like, you don't want to piece out. So if I let my shoulders go forwards in this, and my shoulders end up in front of my hips, the minute someone pulls my shoulders, I get dragged. It doesn't matter even if I'm tilting my pelvis and everything else is good. If this breaks the alignment, yeah, or my chin breaks the alignment, I start pulling my collar, and my chin has got in front of my shoulders. All of a sudden, it's like the dominoes that you try to line up. You know, one of them just collapses and the whole thing goes.
Yeah, we call it joint stacking, don't we?
Right.
So you,
I don't know.
yeah, joint stacking, so in a stood up posture, heels, knees, hips, rib cage, shoulder,
Right.
neck. It's all, because nothing's carrying an extra weight. So we get joint stacking, so that makes total sense.
Where did you read that?
It was to do with anatomy trainers again.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's exactly the same thing. When I'm doing the headstand, if my head's on the floor, shoulders, hips, knees, it's just the opposite way around, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Anatomy training is well worth looking at the website. It's quite an interesting guide.
Is it worth thinking a bit like the silhouette? You know, you talk about silhouette as well. It's basically just an upside down version of that, isn't it? If you get something outside the silhouette, then you're
Yes.
making it harder for yourself.
Yeah, and it just breaks. Yeah. So you can start going, if you want to start with this, just going onto the wall, using the wall to support the headstand, and we'll get going into actually working with the part. Yeah. So just a few more of these. Just get used to it. It's more about just dropping your forehead to the ground and just switching the weight so your legs are light. What you then do in terms of like, is it a beautiful headstand that you do at school when you were 6 or something like that? What matters is that hips get over it and we just stack everything. Just stack properly. Yeah. So time. So you can practice these at home with it. So just go there for me, man. Just come out the way of the camera. Cool. And you check actually it's on